see. We are live. We are live right now, my brother. Oh my goodness.
We're in.
We got a lot to talk about, don't we?
Oh, it was a good show. We got some stuff to talk about. I'm ready.
Yeah, we
I
got
am
a lot
ready.
to we got a lot to talk about. so much right now. Let's see. Let me go ahead and share this. You share it if you want to also.
Let's get it.
All right. That's the people filing. Let's go. Yeah, this is historic, sensational.
Man.
Historic, sensational. We'll get into it. We'll get into it in a little bit.
Man.
I'm gonna wait and get some more people in here. Get some more people to talk with us. Yeah, that was something. Incredible Chicago show. I'll just start by saying that Chicago never fails to. They never fail, brother.
I don't remember the last bad Chicago show I've seen in WWE, at least. Like every single time they go to Chicago, they just manage to hit it out of the park every single time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That crowd, Chicago. We'll talk about it right now. Actually,
Yeah.
what's up, everybody? You know who I am. I am Corey. I'm back. I'm back on the live streams. This is my guy right here. This is Prince, also known as Biba.
Yo.
Mr. Biba over here.
What's going on, y'all?
Brother? How we doing?
I'm doing great. You know, I haven't seen this StreamYard, and I haven't seen the Body Slam kind of platform in a minute, but I'm ready. I'm ready to chat. Ready to talk about what happened tonight. Got a good show ahead of us, so hey man, let's do it. Let's get it.
Let's talk about it. So they were in Rosemont, Illinois, also known as Chicago, on the outside of Chicago. Fantastic. We start the show with a recap of Clash in Paris.
Yep.
And then we go right into the show with the greatest of all time. Greatest of all time. John Cena, the Never Seen 17 world champion. And he gets into it. I see what Bailey said. Yeah, the Never Seen 17. We start with him. And boy, oh boy, the crowd erupts like crazy. We start like I said this afternoon. I said it on Twitter that major opening, major closing. We're starting with the bang here. Cena starts talking. It basically says, I'm just here to have fun. I'm here in Chicago to have fun. I don't have anything planned. My retirement tour, the rest of my retirement tour is just for you guys. I'm here to have fun. I don't have anything. So I'm here. I'm soaking it in pretty much is what he said. And when he said that, we got into it. He says goodbye. Hope you guys have a good night. Out comes the new United States champion, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn interrupts. And Sami Zayn interrupting him led to what I had posted about also on Twitter this afternoon. I posted that we're going back to 2015, but we're not going back the way that you think we are. I love doing that. We're not going back to 2015 the way that you think we are. And we did. Sami Zayn hits John Cena. He asked him for his blessing to do this, the United States Open Challenge. Cena gives him his blessing. Everything there. Let's see. They do that. Cena starts to walk away. Cena walks away. Sami's like, no. You're not going anywhere. I want you here. I want it to be me versus you for the United States Championship. Not in a few weeks. Not next week. Tonight, right here in Chicago. Well, and we got the match. The United States Open Challenge happens. John Cena and Sami Zayn go about 40 minutes, I'd say. 40
Was
minutes
it?
Yeah, pretty much.
There's no way. Hold on.
What's the
There's
40 minutes?
no way. Let me pull it up.
100%. Because we'll talk about what happens after. That person showed up right before 9 o'clock. That person showed up probably around 8:55-ish. So Sami Zayn and Cena's promo segment rolled until 8:15, 8:16 or something like that. So we got a good 35, 40-minute match out of these two. And good Lord. Cena was pulling out all the stops like he did at Clash in Paris. Cena did a lot of things in this match.
Saw an angle slam.
No, that was a back suplex. Back suplex, according to Michael Cole.
Pop-up power bomb.
No pop-up power bomb. We saw a spear. Shout out to the big dog, apparently.
Okay. Right.
The big dog? Yeah, the big dog.
Not Edge. Maybe Edge. Could have been an Edge thing.
Michael Cole is so I don't know what's happening.
Michael Cole he's
his commentary has gone so bad. So bad.
We got a Blue Thunder Bomb.
We did.
We got a Blue Thunder Bomb, but it was on commercial, so I didn't see it personally.
That's why you need to watch Netflix.
Yeah.
NordVPN, Netflix.
Yep.
NordVPN, Netflix. It's clutch because I get to watch everything. No commercials. I get to watch the entire match. No commercials, no interruptions. We do get commercials when like they go to break and there's nothing going on. But if there's a match on, it never goes to commercials. So it's so clutch. Shout out to NordVPN for the plug.
Is there a NordVPN /
We have a code, but I need to get the code to promote it.
Okay. All right.
I need to get the code because we do have a partnership with them now. So
there it is.
Also, I'm going to continue dropping exclusives on the Body Slam Patreon. So go ahead and subscribe to the Body Slam Patreon, please, and thank you. We would greatly appreciate it. I dropped a bunch of scoops, a bunch of exclusives in the last week. Your support has been greatly appreciated, so thank you very much. But we continue with the match, and Sami Zayn and John Cena go to a no contest.
A standstill, yeah.
Yeah, no contest. And it goes to a no contest because the Beast Incarnate shows up and raises hell, pulls the referee out of the ring, hits Sami Zayn with an F5, hits John Cena with 2 F5s, and then walks away. So we get one hell of a match between John Cena and Sami Zayn, ruined by Brock Lesnar appearing and wreaking havoc. Lesnar goes to the back. We go to commercial. We come back from commercial. Lesnar says he'll see John Cena at WrestlePalooza, bitch. Then a graphic pops up. It's official. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar will take place at WrestlePalooza on September 20th from Indianapolis, Indiana, at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
There it is.
Indianapolis, Indiana, where the Pacers play. So it's going to be a fun time there. We go from that. We go into Damian Priest and Aleister Black vignettes. We get us some vignettes from them. We get the vignettes, and basically they're both saying they're going to kill each other. They're going to kill each other in this match that's coming up next. They're going to have their match. We get the match. Before we get the match, actually, we get an attack. Damian Priest is making his entrance. Aleister Black attacks him.
Yep.
It happens. We get that. Damian Priest is down. We go to commercial. We come back from commercial. Bunch of stuff happens. Damian Priest is walking to the back. He says, screw this. He comes back to the ring. We get the match, which is a pretty good match. Pretty good match. Some back and forth between the two of them. We had some spots. Damian Priest hit the Razor's Edge on Aleister Black on the announce table. We had a referee spot to end the match. Aleister Black, the Black Mass. He utilized the
like
referee.
That finish.
Yeah, he utilized the referee so that Damian Priest could not hit the South of Heaven. He grabbed the referee, which stalled Damian Priest from hitting it. The referee's in the middle of them. The referee jumps out the way, and Aleister Black hits the Black Mass for 1-3. Ends the match. I would say it was a good match. Good match for them, for their standards. They're trying to make Aleister Black a force in this division right now. He's working the mid card so far, but he's going to be. I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to be up in the main event scene soon enough. We're going to get Aleister Black up there, so I'm looking forward to that. A lot of people said that he couldn't work still. He was not a good worker because of his work in All Elite Wrestling. It felt like to many he phoned it in over that way. Not to me. I don't think he did. I just think it was he had too many health problems and he couldn't perform to what he wanted to. So that's also why they put him in a trio over there. I think that's why they put him in the House of Black
For health
to
reasons.
try and protect him as much as they
Okay.
could. But end of the day, when Triple H took over creative in WWE, you knew Aleister Black
It was a
was
matter of
coming
time.
back.
Yeah.
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 So for his output so far in WWE, a lot of people haven't been fans of what he's done. I have. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed what he's doing and the work that he's been doing, the programs. His little thing with Ron Killings was something which led to the Damian Priest program, obviously. Ron Killings was like a fill-in. You had the mixed personality, Ron Killings, R-Truth, which is going to continue his time in WWE. So, but yeah, Aleister Black, good match between the two of these guys. Now we'll see exactly what happens next for both of them. Yeah, I'm talking about R-Truth. We'll get to the big return for the main event. Don't worry. I got a lot to say. And I'll answer the questions about it. Don't worry. I'll get to it. I'll tell you everything I know about it and what's expected. So I'll get to that. Okay. The match happens here. You said you thought it was a pretty good match between the two of them.
I thought the match was good. I like the finish. I will say, whoa.
Creative.
I will say, with Aleister Black, him being built up is great to see. I feel like him and Priest have been a pretty solid pairing, but it kind of does suck because, Priest was coming off of those two good matches that he had with Drew, and the momentum that he had coming out of the Judgment Day story. And now it's kind of like, yes, he's upper mid card. And I see both of them being upper mid card for quite some time. I personally am a huge fan of Priest. I think Priest has been great. He's been great for me for some time, but he really won me over in that Gunther match at SummerSlam last year. So I kind of want to see some more good stuff with Priest. I don't know if this is going to be the end. It may not be because the finish technically wasn't the cleanest. So if they're going to have like a huge blow off match or a stip match or something,
I think they might do a blow off match. I'm not 100% positive yet. I think they are going to do it because the way that things have gone down between the two of them.
It wasn't the cleanest of finishes. So if they do a blow off match in like the SmackDown before or after WrestlePalooza, I feel like that'd be cool, and we can kind of see where things trend, especially with the new United States champion. So I'm excited for Priest, but I also do want to see what Triple H and Aleister Black could work out creatively.
Yeah, there's some talks of creative stuff going on between the two of them. So I'm looking forward to what we might get in the long run, especially with the rumblings that they're going to elevate him into that main event scene soon enough. After the match, we get a vignette segment between Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. That was the segment that was listed on the rundown today. We get the little vignette where they're going back and forth. Although they're not talking to each other, they're talking to each other. We get the vignette basically ending with both of them spelling out their name and finishing move. Drew McIntyre says McIntyre, and Randy Orton says RKO. So it's to hype up. We're going to have a match between the two of them next week. Good eats there. It's going to be another solid match between the two of them. Next week, we get an official return from Brock Lesnar on SmackDown. It was announced tonight. His first official return announced in Norfolk, Virginia, where I happen to spend 3 years of my life. I hope the people at the Scope bring the energy next week because it's going to be another solid show. I hope they bring the energy. And then we have Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship next week as well.
I know what that means. I know exactly what that means.
You should. The context clues are there. You should know what's coming. Then we hit a backstage interview, Kathy Kelly with Tiffany Stratton, with the WWE Women's Champion, and she pretty much says she doesn't care about Jade Cargill. She doesn't care. She's gonna win, and walks away. We get what do you think about Tiffany Stratton overall and her run as women's
I
champion?
think, to be very honest, um, from a booking standpoint, I feel like it probably would have been better if the cash-in happened at Mania. But it was a great moment. Cash-in was a great moment. She walked in and walked out of Mania as champion. Um, Early summer was nice, but I feel like now sometimes I kind of forget that Tiffany is champion. I feel like they're kind of coasting with her. Um, I really do want to see her. I want to see them play to her strengths a little bit more. I want to see her being utilized a little bit better. I don't want to see the stat padding, right? Because I think right now I think she has the third longest reign, and she is
As the women's champion?
women's champion or Raw women's champion or whatever, and she is the long.
Hold on.
Am I good?
Yeah,
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, sorry.
Your mic was
My
messing
fault.
up.
My fault. She has the longest cash-in reign, and she right now is the third longest women's champion. And I do feel like they need to give her some good food before the match ends, right? Or I'm sorry, before her title reign ends. And if it's a program with Bianca Belair, hopefully they can get some good stuff out of that. Hopefully it's a good pairing. I want to see some good matches, maybe a stip or two, but overall it does feel like they've kind of coasted with her and with her reign. And it kind of
it kind of the momentum kind of died during the Charlotte Flair feud. Kind of died, unfortunately. I figured we would get something better between the two of them, but it kind of died there. And yeah, you're muted.
Yeah. I was just testing my mic. It's crackling, but I think we're good now. We are back.
Yeah, it was so I think it kind of fizzled out once she feuded with Charlotte Flair, and then we went back into the vortex again of Nia Jax and Jade Cargill, and we're still in the Nia Jax and Jade Cargill vortex. So it's kind of time for something new. WrestleVotes reported right before SummerSlam that Bianca Belair was expected to be cleared soon, and she could have appeared as soon as the SmackDown after SummerSlam. I've heard personally that Bianca Belair is ready, and they're waiting for the right time in the story for her to return. So I'm pretty sure this is the time now. I haven't officially confirmed it yet, but I'm pretty sure this is the time now that we're going to see it happen, and Bianca Belair is going to get a major pop. So we'll see what comes out of that. After that, we get Nia Jax and Jade Cargill backstage having a segment. Nia Jax is basically like, you lost to her already. Why are you watching highlights? You're going to lose to her again. And Jade Cargill's like, didn't you lose to her too? Didn't you do the same thing? And stay out of my business. Or
this
we
thing
can do
with
this.
This thing with Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton is very interesting. I can't tell if it's like I don't watch SmackDown enough. So maybe there has been some progression that I'm not aware of, but I can't tell if it's like a frenemies thing. Because I know they had a lot of beef. And then I think Nia, I don't know if Nia's like sticking up for her so she can kind of weasel her way into a title match or something. But it's
with Tiffany?
With Tiffany, yeah. I can't tell.
She tried to get in there and it didn't work out. She lost a contenders match. I don't think she's gonna get that match at all.
Okay.
So I think she's done, but we'll see what happens there. I really don't want to see Nia Jax in the women's championship picture anymore at the moment. I'd like to see other competitors come in because, like we said, it's been in a vortex. It's been revolving around them for that time. So that was that segment. Wasn't really much out of that. We get the next thing we get is Giulia versus Michin for the Women's United States Championship. Decent match for the two of them for their standards. Both of them got some offense in. Yeah. You had Kiana James on the outside, of course, the factor on the outside. She gets involved towards the end of the match, stands on the apron, gets taken out by Michin. But when she gets taken out, Giulia takes advantage. When she gets there, hits the Arrivederci knee. 1, 2, 3. Giulia retains the Women's United States Championship. It was good to see Giulia compete in a match actually on SmackDown and not stand backstage for about 15 seconds in a promo segment. So it's good to see her get showcased. I think that's the only time that they're really going to have her compete is for the championship on the show. I don't think she's going to wrestle.
That's a real interesting take. That's
I think that's because Triple H, what he likes to do, you saw with Io Sky with the Women's World Championship. Io Sky, when she was Women's World Championship, did not compete in matches for 2 months at all.
And I didn't like that. I will say, I think it could work a little bit better with Giulia because compared to Io, because one, she's a heel. 2, she has a manager, and if/when Kiana James gets healed, they could work some good tags, right? So that Giulia is at least still active. And then if I guess if it's singles competition is only for the championship, then that's what it is. But I thought this match with Mia Yim is good. Mia Yim she's always been like a quiet hooper or a silent hooper. She's never failed to have a bad.
No, she's been fantastic, and commentary alluded to her being a TNA Knockouts World Champion previously. She's done incredible work everywhere she's been. I have nothing bad to say about Michin, Mia Yim. She does what she's asked, and it works out. It all works out in the end for her. She gets showcased a lot. She's kind of in the Chelsea Green role, where when they get thrown into something, they do great work. I think Michin is going to be rewarded for it at some point.
I do think a mid-card title is definitely going to be in her sights.
I think she's going to get rewarded for her work and her dedication. She's one of Triple H's favorites. He brought her in again, so I think that she's going to get rewarded, just like Chelsea Green got rewarded. Chelsea Green got the Women's United States Championship, and now Chelsea's doing her work with Ethan Page and the Secret Harvest at the moment. She's featured pretty much every week on some programming of WWE. Yep. Any programming, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, she's on there, and she's doing exactly what. So I think that Michin's kind of going to get the same thing sometime down the line. I think she deserves it, but right now it's Giulia's time. Giulia is in here to be a force before she goes to the main event scene for the women. So right now she's still becoming a big force in the mid-card division before she takes that next leap for the women's championship.
Absolutely.
And then we had a segment with Becky Lynch and Nick Aldis backstage. Nick Aldis said, "I had no idea you were going to be here." And Becky's like, I invited myself. Invited myself. And Nick Aldis is like, "I'm already dealing with too much tonight. I don't do anything. I don't need to deal with anything else." And Becky's like, "No, me never. I won't. No." and before she walks away, she leaves her Women's Intercontinental Championship. Yep. It's on and then she stares at Nick Aldis, grabs it, and walks away. Becky
good.
Lynch is great. She is, and we'll talk about her again in a little bit. Then we had a backstage segment with the women's tag team champions, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Charlotte Flair is sporting a cast on her leg from she's selling the beatdown that she took last week on SmackDown before Clash in Paris. She's selling it. So now that this happened, we get Dr. Lily. Dr. Lily comes in and starts assessing Charlotte Flair, and I think that was pretty funny to me. That was hilarious. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair are a duo that I never thought that I needed, but I'm glad I got.
It's working.
I am 100% glad I got. And Alexa Bliss is still trying to get Charlotte Flair to say that they're friends. She walks away, leaves Lily there on the trainer's table with her. Charlotte picks up Lily. She's like, "So am I still not cleared?" So their work is incredible together. I'm really, really enjoying it. Lot of good stuff with those two, and I'm looking forward to what the future brings with those two as a team and the teams that they can challenge, because now there's also a triple threat going down on NXT that will determine a future women's tag team championship opportunity as well.
Oh, really?
So they're gonna have,
what's the triple threat?
They're gonna it's the Coling, it's Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley against Fatal Influence.
Okay.
Against Zaruka. So it's a triple threat tag team elimination match that's going down on NXT.
Elimination.
And the winner is going to get a future women's tag team championship opportunity. So yeah, there's some movement in the women's tag team championship scene now. I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with this. But now let's get into the juicy stuff.
Let's
Get
get
into
to
why
it.
we're here. Let's get to why we're here. We hear Burn It Down play. Seth Rollins appears, but he doesn't appear on the stage. No, he's up in the crowd. He's up in the crowd cutting the promo. Chicago's letting him hear it. They're letting him have it. He's getting booed out the ass. He says basically tonight is CM Punk's last night. And my sexy, beautiful wife, Becky Lynch, is going to be the one to do it to him. And out comes Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch gets booed like crazy.
They boo the hell out of her.
Boo her. So she starts cutting the promo about CM Punk. And she starts cutting the promo about the Chicago sports teams. Except for the Chicago Bears. Notice she didn't say the Chicago Bears because her husband is a Bears fan. So she does not mention the Chicago Bears whatsoever. She leaves them out. Starts talking about all these other teams. She cuts a promo on Chicago Bulls point guard Kobe White in the crowd. She says that's why the Bulls are trying to trade you. She cuts a promo on Kobe White in the crowd. And then pretty much this is what leads to CM Punk coming out.
Yep.
CM Punk comes out and interrupts Becky Lynch. We get this little scene that we had on Monday Night Raw this past week as well, back in Paris. CM Punk is standing in there. He's grinning ear to ear. The crowd is chanting AJ Lee. She's telling him to shut up. CM Punk says, no, let them chant the name AJ Lee. And CM Punk goes into pipe bomb mode on Becky Lynch, starts saying that I'm not going to be the one that touches you, but we're here in my city. You don't think I could snap my finger and call in a favor to anybody?
Exactly.
My sisters are here. I could have my friends come in. Could have
Sister.
Bailey. Yeah, he said the sister. The sister was the first one. Then he said he could have some friends. And he said Bailey. He mentions Bailey. The crowd says, okay. He mentions Rhea Ripley. The crowd goes, and then
a couple people popped.
You get Becky Lynch start to slap him. Pop, 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 pop. Put her head into his chest again. It makes CM Punk leave the ring. She says, go. Bye. Get out of here. CM Punk is pissed off, walks away. But does he? Does he really walk away? He stands at the bottom of the entrance ramp and says, I'm not going to be the one to touch you, but I got somebody who will. And the return of 2025 that has come down. AJ Lee has returned to WWE after 10 years.
After, I think it's like 3,000 some days.
Yeah, 10
like
years.
That.
Her last appearance in WWE was April of 2015.
Yep.
So she has come back to WWE. Right time, right situation. That pop. I think that pop was louder than CM Punk's pop at Survivor Series 20. Yes, I do. I 100% think.
I was taking it in. I wasn't like.
I 100% think that the pop was louder than the one that I was in attendance for in 2023 with the best in the world coming back to WWE at Survivor Series. In the same exact building in Chicago, Rosemont, Illinois. Same exact building. Incredible building for wrestling history. AJ Lee gets an incredible pop. Looks incredible. Looks so good.
Cut as ever.
She
Holy.
looks better than she ever has.
Oh my days.
She looks better than she ever has. I'm so happy to see her back. She does her vintage skip around the ring. Looks at her husband, hops up on the apron, gets in the ring, stares at Becky Lynch for a little bit, sits back on the ropes, does her signature sit on the ropes, and then it's go time. AJ Lee attacks Becky Lynch. We get the brawl. AJ Lee sends Becky Lynch packing. CM Punk and AJ Lee stare at each other in the ring. She jumps into his arms, and then the celebration begins to end.
There it is.
What a show. It lived up to the hype of the expectations of everybody waiting for it. I'm so incredibly happy to see AJ Lee back in a professional wrestling ring. It's long overdue. They've been trying to get her for months and months and months this year. The first inquiry that Body Slam and PWN heard was back in March. WWE wanted her on programming in 2025 at some point. They really wanted her for Evolution. It didn't come about. This time around, the creative did not get pushed back. The idea was there that she could come back with her husband and they could face 2 future Hall of Famers together, along with them being 2 future Hall of Famers. Incredible moment, incredible pop. So happy to see her back. She deserves everything and more. If you've never seen AJ Lee, you're going to be in for a treat. The younger generation, I'm talking to you. For the younger generation that grew up on her during the Divas era, I'm happy for you as well. I am so happy for you as well because this is a time. This is a time, and we're living in it in 2025. 2025 is such a crazy year. So many crazy things are happening in 2025. I am so happy to see this. I had posted on the Body Slam Patreon on Saturday that sources indicated that WWE was looking to do a big ending to Clash in Paris, leading to WrestlePalooza and the ESPN era. The big ending, obviously, was Becky Lynch joining the Vision and screwing CM Punk, which only led to speculation. Why would Becky Lynch do that? What's going to happen here? Then Monday Night Raw came around. We had that promo segment. She came out and stood up for her husband and started slapping him around, which led to more speculation of what was going on and who was coming in. On Tuesday, Fightful Select, I believe, dropped a story that AJ Lee's return was confirmed.
Was it Fightful or was it Meltzer?
No, it was Alvarez did it on his live show.
Alvarez, that's what it was.
Yeah. He did it on Wrestling Observer Live. Sean Ross Sapp dropped a story on the Patreon confirming that story and providing more details that he heard. Then I asked around. I confirmed the story as well, that it was going down to WrestlePalooza. She was back. From what I've been told, don't expect it to be a one-off.
There it is.
AJ Lee is not just back for a one-off. WWE and AJ Lee are expected to do more business together. What is that business at the moment? I have not been told. They're gonna let it play out before WrestlePalooza.
And Kia, I see your comment. Did y'all see her run around with the title? I saw a couple pictures before we went live of AJ skipping around the ring and holding Becky's IC title. So
yeah,
is that the play? Is that the play for maybe a crown jewel or something? I'm not sure. It'd be nice to see. For everybody's sake, especially for Lyra's sake, Becky versus AJ would do amazing things for the women, for the women's division, and for the women's intercontinental championship. So if AJ is here to work, maybe from now until Mania, or from now until whenever she feels like she wants to step away. At the moment,
again. I think it's a short program here, but if you saw the look on her face, she's got the itch again, man. You could tell how happy she was. She's so happy. I think it really, truly did take right place, right situation for her to return. And being by her husband is the spot. That's the number one spot that she felt was right. And WWE they were pushing her. This more than ever right now, they were pushing her for the storyline. And that's exactly what happened. We got the AJ Lee return tonight on SmackDown that everybody was speculating about, but nobody really knew about if it was happening or not. A lot of people were like, they're probably just going to announce her. No, I got work Tuesday night. I didn't put it out because I don't want to truly spoil everything. I put the hints out like I always do. I put the clues out.
Absolutely.
I'm always cryptic. I'm cryptic with my stuff for a reason. My track record speaks for itself. So, but yeah, we got AJ Lee back. I'm so happy to see her back. I'm excited to see what comes out of this with her. Her skipping around with the Women's Intercontinental Championship leads me to believe that is a program that we're going to get.
Absolutely.
Which is you saw Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch have a program which did good for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. You saw Becky Lynch have a program with Lyra Valkyria, which did incredible things for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. It's a main event championship, basically. They want main event talent in the mid-card scene to level it out when they're not challenging for the Women's World Championships. So that's why they introduced the mid-card titles. And the mid-card titles are now going to be featuring bigger stars as well. And I'm looking forward to that. It's an incredible night, incredible day. Incredible time to be a professional wrestling fan. So happy for it. So happy for her. Big time. Triple H did the picture with her. They did the finger point
Oh, they did
picture.
a picture.
Yeah, CM Punk and Triple H pointed their
Hold
fingers
on.
at AJ Lee. They did the picture. While you're looking at the picture, let me go ahead and read this from Captain Cobra 97. Is Drew and Cody still planned for WrestlePalooza? Cody Rhodes is advertised by ESPN to defend the WWE Championship at WrestlePalooza, and that was the plan as of last week. And I still am led to believe that that is the plan for WrestlePalooza for Cody Rhodes to defend against Drew McIntyre still. To build with 2 weeks to go. Wonder who the White Six will face. I'm hoping it's Fraxium. We'll find out. Yep, there's the picture. What a
Oh,
picture,
beautiful
man.
picture. What a
What a picture.
picture.
In the same spot that he
Beautiful
took the picture
picture.
2 years ago with Punk. Same exact
Oh, this
spot that he
looks
took
great.
the picture. Yeah, 100%. All right, let's see what else
Yeah.
we got. Bailey said, bring back Bianca soon, brother. Soon. Let's see. Matthew says, you're the GOAT, Corey. Keep up the amazing work, legend. I appreciate it. I do it for you guys. I do it for myself. I really don't. The only thing that I get paid from is the Patreon. This isn't a job. This is a hobby. So I do it for the fun, for everybody here. This is for us as fans. Whatever information I get, I give it to you guys because you deserve it. We all deserve it. And I'm looking forward to what the future brings. Jumping into it a lot more than I have previously. Let's see. Atomic Rose Wrestling said, Corey, you're goated. I still can't believe that. I appreciate it. I'm so happy. I know what you're alluding to, talking about AJ Lee's return. Kia says, excited for this.
Can't wait.
It's been a while since I've been on stream, so I'm glad to be back. Life has been very draining for me, but I'm planning to get back in these streams again. Full speed ahead. I'm going to have my brother here doing some stuff with us again. You're going to be doing shows by yourself. We're going to talk about that.
Let's get it.
I'm going to have you doing stuff by yourself because it's time for us to start doing some content.
I'm ready.
Kia said AJ Lee has the return of the century. I don't give a fuck. Kind of agree that her and her husband are in the lead for that right now. My throat definitely, if you can hear me, I'm raspy because I was going crazy. I was singing her song, dancing in my chair. Even when I know what's going to happen, I still feel like a kid in a candy shop. I still feel like a kid in a candy shop because that's what professional wrestling does. It's the moments that matter. I love professional wrestling, the wrestling in the ring, but when you get the moments like this and the moments of the returns and the shock factors, it's the best part. It is the best part of professional wrestling. The in-ring is special, but the moments are the big thing that will get you. And stuff like tonight, AJ Lee's return to professional wrestling for the first time in over 10 years. She did some work with women's wrestling. She did some work with WOW behind the scenes. Never stepped in the ring, though. We saw her do some work with heels. She did some work with heels. But this is her official return to professional wrestling for the first time in over 10 years. So you see why her return was spoiled. You see the hype that went into the show tonight. CM Punk did not say he was going to Chicago for no reason. He didn't say Tremendez on Raw for no reason. It's the little clues. If you pay attention to the clues, you'll understand exactly what's going on the majority of the time in WWE. Kia asked the question, is she going for the IC title? I think that is the program that she's going to go for. Like I said on here, I think that's probably what we're going to see. Michael Cole needs a vacation. He was really bad. He's been bad for a while. I hate to say it, but Michael Cole with Pat McAfee is when he's at his best. When he's with Wade Barrett, when he's with Corey Graves, he's just not. I don't know what it is about Pat McAfee, the duo of Pat McAfee and Michael Cole, but when he's without Pat McAfee, he's not very, very good anymore, unfortunately. Let's see. We talked about this one already. Sean says, does Jade win the title next week? She can't lose twice. I'm expecting some fuckery. I can't tell you yes or no because I don't know the answer, but I'm expecting some fuckery, which leads to the return of Bianca Belair. More than likely, that's what I'm expecting. Do I think AJ should feud with Tamina?
I haven't seen Tamina in a while. I don't know.
Tamina is retired. Tamina is retired. Oh, my goodness.
Ain't nobody Mina.
Cam said AJ back with Naomi out as criminal. Yeah, it sucks. But Naomi Trinity manifested it. She manifested it. But don't expect her to retire. Like she said, if AJ Lee ever returns, she's retiring. Don't expect it. she's better than ever. And when she comes back from having her baby, she's going to continue what she started in 2025. And I said also at the beginning of 2025 on New Year's, I put out a tweet that a big 2025 was in store for Naomi, and it truly was. And it's an even better 2025 for her now that she's finally going to have her own baby that she's been wanting for a long, long time. I'm so happy for her. I haven't been on a live stream since she announced it, so I'm so happy for her. I can't wait to see her back in over a year, and maybe AJ Lee is still around when she comes back. We'll see what happens there. I feel like Brock should beat Cena. You don't beat Brock on his return. Absolutely fucking not. No way. No way. This is Cena's retirement tour. If Brock beats Cena again, I don't know. I don't know, man.
I think Brock's beaten Cena more times than Cena's beaten Brock.
He has. Yeah. And if we're talking about it, I think the only match that Cena truly should lose the rest of his retirement tour is his retirement match.
Depending on who it's against.
No, I think his retirement match, he goes out laying down because that's the right thing to do in the professional wrestling business. Sting wanted to do it in AEW, and Tony Khan would not let him. He insisted that he goes out on top as the tag team champion over there. But the right thing to do in the business is put somebody over for the future if you're on the way out. John Cena now has 7 appearances left before his official retirement. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for it.
It just hit me today, actually. Earlier today, when Cena came out.
It hit me. I got goosebumps during his entrance.
And
I started thinking about it when he was coming from. I was like,
man.
We don't have many more dates with him. I really wanted to cry. We're fans. We're fans at the end of the day. Captain Cobra asked me, do I think she's going to have a Mania match to talk about AJ Lee? We'll see. We'll see what the future holds for her. Like I said, I was told it's not a one-off. Expect her in WWE to do more stuff. Sean Ross Sapp alluded to it also, that people in WWE were hopeful that this isn't the only time that they're going to work together. So I don't think it's the only time we're going to see it. And if she wants it, she'll have it. She'll have it. She's in fantastic shape, probably the best shape I've ever seen her in her life. She can still go in the ring from what I've been told. Her training, she can still do it. She was putting fist to face to Becky Lynch. Tonight. So
couple Luthez presses.
Fellow Corey from Body Slam here says, now we got one more big return to wait for. Corey's favorite wrestler and best friend, Chris Jericho. I have 2 words to say to you. Fuck off. Next thing. Hey, Corey, do you have a possible lineup available for tomorrow's NXT Live in Charleston? I'll take a look and try and see if I can get it. The NXT house shows are being incorporated with main roster talent. So it's being considered a main roster house show, honestly.
Oh, really?
They are considering it a main roster house show with NXT talent, but it still has all the NXT logos and everything in it. Body Slam founder and owner Cassidy Haynes was at the NXT Live event tonight in South Carolina. So, yeah. But they're considering it a mixed house show because they have main roster talent over there working.
Is that just like a weekend thing, or is that like a going forward thing?
They got 3 house shows this weekend. Next month, it looks like they're going to be doing some house shows in Ohio, Cleveland, Cincinnati. Vic Joseph made an announcement about it. October, there's some stuff coming. They talked about it on TV. So there's some stuff that's going to happen. Gabe says, AJ Lee versus Roxanne Perez. I need to see it. I think that's a match that we're going to get. It's
going to be one of her bigger matches, I feel like.
Roxanne Perez popped on Twitter about it. That is a dream match, and I think it's going to happen. Let's see. I hope to see bigger stars face Giulia. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, Jay Rich. Giulia is one of the biggest stars in that women's division. She is a top 5 favorite of Triple H's, despite the booking of her on television. He just likes to use her as a big attraction. Obviously, you can tell he likes her. She came in and she put boost to ass, and she won the Women's United States Championship quick. So you can tell he really likes her. Let's see. Will she be on Raw this Monday? Sean, I'm pretty sure she's going to be on Raw because they're building the WrestlePalooza, and that's where Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins and CM Punk are assigned their brand. So I'm pretty sure, yes, she will be on Raw this Monday, but I can ask about it. I'll try to get some answers. It's Friday, so I don't have answers yet for the stuff for Monday just yet. So I'll try to get answers. Tyler asks, is Paige next to return? I don't think Paige is going to return for a while. At least in 2025, Saraya has said that she's not interested in professional wrestling the rest of the year. She's doing other ventures, doing other stuff. She got her book tour. She's doing a lot of stuff. So I don't see her returning as of now. Never say never in the wrestling business. I think they're open to it sometime down the line. Let's see. Michael said, "Goat Corey, who do you see joining the Keanu James stable? All the best always." I don't think it's really a stable. I think Keanu James is just representing Giulia as her
manager, kind of. Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. But at the same time, you can see them work together. Yeah. I don't think it's really considered a stable. I think it's just a duo.
Yeah.
Could I see somebody do it eventually? Tyler sent in a chat for $1.99. Same question. Super chat. His page next to return. I gave him the answer already. My boy Justin J Star, hell of a night, fellas. Absolutely. SmackDown lived up to the expectations, the hype. I'm so happy. Everybody hates that we spoil a lot of things, but that's what we do. That's what we do. And I like to be cryptic about it. I don't really. The only way I'm gonna spoil something is on the Patreon. I'll post it on the Patreon, and then other people will spoil it off of the Patreon. Or I do on the Twitter. I do the hidden images.
Yeah, the hidden picture.
Nobody can see them anymore. Twitter has an age verification or some shit.
Well, I think if you do like a notes, like the black. I don't know how to put it. I know there's a mutual that I have that does it, but he'll write it at the very bottom, and it'll just be a picture of a black screen. And then when you click on the picture, or scroll.
Are you talking about Luigi?
Luigi.
Yeah, Luigi does.
And he's great at doing that. I feel like that's probably the best way to go about it. I
gotta ask him how to do it. When does Tiffany lose her title? In the near future. I think the Tiffy time is over soon, especially with Bianca Belair return on the horizon. I think Corey will crash out of Brock beats Cena. I think a lot of people will.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people are going to tune out of WrestlePalooza when that match happens, anyways. Because obviously they don't want to see him. I'm with you. I understand why you don't want to see him. I didn't ask for him to come back. I'm just doing a passion, a hobby, covering everything when it comes to him. So I do not want to see that happen.
Yep.
Hell of a night, fellas, again.
Beautiful.
From the 10 Count Podcast, my friends here on the Body Slam Network. Shout out to my boys who do the 10 Count Podcast. You should check them out here on the Body Slam Network. Let's see. I thought WWE were smart with bringing AJ back tonight, especially with Brock being there. The plan all along was for AJ to return tonight. They weren't going to reveal just with CM Punk cutting the promo. I was told Tuesday nights. I got woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning to a text message from my source saying Brock and Cena angle happening on SmackDown or Raw, which ended up happening tonight. And then the other one was AJ penciled in for SmackDown. So AJ Lee was going to be on the show tonight, regardless of what was going around. She was always going to be on the show. And I'm happy. Like, we've been talking about it for 20 minutes now about how happy we are. The internet's buzzing. A special somebody went to the show tonight. I'm so happy for her. That special somebody, she cried. She cried a lot. And
that's good.
I'm gonna talk to her after the show. But I saw videos and she couldn't miss that show, and a lot of people couldn't. I told people that WWE was going to open more seats for this show. If they wanted to, they could have 16.7.
Okay.
16.7. They could have opened the entire arena if they wanted.
They could have done a lot more.
People would have bought them, but I think they were satisfied with the setup that they had.
Yeah.
It was a smaller stage too, because they had people sitting up there, like I said. Yeah. John Cena referenced it in the promo, saying that I can even see you guys in the limited views up there. Yep. Yeah, the limited views. That was it's a different type of limited view, though. If you go to a normal SmackDown or Raw and the stage is normal, you're not really going to be able to see back there. Going to this type, you're leaning over the top of the entrance, so you can't see the entrance, but you can see the ring, so you can see everything there. Who should Cena's final opponent be? The rumors are Gunther. But who knows at this point? Excuse me. The rumors from Work Wrestling came out saying that Gunther would be the final opponent. But we'll see, because Gunther is, as you've seen,
he has a nose injury, right?
Yeah, he's got a nose injury. He's nursing right now. Brock looked gassed 100%. He hit 2 F5s. He was out of breath.
3 F5s. 3
Well,
of 5.
I guess if you're counting Sami Zayn's, yeah, but I'm talking
Yeah.
about the ones on Cena. He's just
Yeah.
there. He's being Brock Lesnar, being the Beast. So we'll see. We'll see how a match goes with Brock Lesnar in 2025. He hasn't been in the ring in over 2 years, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Sean asked, would AJ go to Saudi? If her husband goes to Saudi Arabia, I'd assume that she would go to Saudi Arabia also. I would assume because Punk never said he wouldn't go to Saudi, but Punk said that one line that pissed off a lot of people that live in Saudi Arabia. So he had to apologize for it when they went this past year. So yeah, I assume AJ Lee would go to Saudi Arabia if the opportunity presented itself, especially with the Women's Royal Rumble coming up in January.
I don't think she missed that Rumble.
I think AJ Lee, if she's back to stay for an extended run and not just a few appearances here and there, I think that she would 100% be there for that Rumble in Saudi Arabia. Cam says, cool, I'm going to be there live tomorrow, so I'm stoked. He's talking about the NXT live event. I hope you have a great time. The main roster talent are also getting the reps in there, so I'm happy. I'm happy for the people who are going to these live events. Please, if a show ever comes to your city and you can afford to go to a show, please go. Please go. This guy here, I had to tell him that AEW is coming back to Houston for 2 shows.
Yes.
And I had to make him get his tickets immediately.
I got my ticket. I got that 2-day pass. I logged into the queue. I think it was in the morning, and I got the 2-day pass. I checked later in the day. Everything was gone. So I'm glad AEW is coming to Houston 2 nights in November, I believe. And it's going to be a great time. And that's in November.
So she signed a contract. Triple H just posted it. Well, he welcomed her back. He said you can always come home, welcome home. When he posted those, she is on an agreement with WWE, correct? She does have an agreement with WWE. Let's see. Ilya return very soon or just soon still. They're in the final stages. They are in the final stages right now of getting things ready for Ilya Dragunov to return to television. So just stay ready for it. When the Mad Dragon returns on TV, it's going to be a mega pop as well.
Beautiful,
so just
beautiful.
Be ready for it. I had heard from somebody who worked closely with 2K for the game and stuff, and he's got friends in there, that Ilya might have had a little bit of a setback, which is why they're waiting a little bit. But I haven't been able to confirm it myself. I've just been told that he's on the verge. He's on the verge. So sooner rather than later. Let's see. Cam says Jimmy still deserves the singles before Usos run it back. Unfortunately, the Usos are running it back.
They're running back. Yeah,
they're running it back. We're getting the ones. We're getting the we the ones. They're back.
Looks
together.
like Usos versus the Bronze really soon.
I think it's at WrestlePalooza. Yeah. I think it's at WrestlePalooza. I can ask. I post my pinned tweet on Twitter is, if you ask me a question and I can't answer it, I'll ask it for you. Jimmy definitely deserved a singles run. He was supposed to be in the running for the United States Championship, and a lot happened. He got that match with his brother Solo Sikoa for the United States Championship, but that was not supposed to happen. It was supposed to be towards Mania. Jimmy was supposed to be going into the program for the United States Championship. So do I agree that Jimmy Uso should also have his moment as a single competitor? 100%. 100%. I believe he should, and he's deserving of it, just like Jey Uso was as well. Love Dogs. Avery says, do you expect AJ Styles to stay? Sean Rossap put out a post today that AJ Styles' contract is set to expire sometime around February 2026, which would be right after the Royal Rumble. AJ Styles, when he finishes his career, wants to work behind the scenes. So in my personal opinion, I can't say that it's happening, but I think AJ Styles retires in WWE and sticks to his word. He sticks to his word. So I think, yes, he sticks around and retires in WWE. Captain Cobra says, thank you, Corey, for being awesome, man. I'll see you all later. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you for tuning in with us.
Have an amazing night.
He said it's a new video of AJ signed a contract from 10 minutes ago. Did he post it on his – oh, yeah. Yeah. She's back then, yeah, from what I heard. Triple H, ink to paper. Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to do an Unreal episode on this.
She is back. I'm about to make a tweet real quick.
Real episode on this. Looks like they snuck her in.
Yeah. So I'm happy. I'm happy to see that. It does line up with what I was told then, that she is back for more than one appearance. So good to know. Good to know. JM said, last question. What's next for Jacob Fatu? Appreciate all that you do, Corey. He teamed with AJ Styles in a dark match tonight after SmackDown. So I think Jacob Fatu is still going to be involved with the My Family tree. I think they're still got some unfinished business there. But now he's going to be on his own because Jimmy Uso moved over to Monday Night Raw to be with Jay. Let's see. Cam said the men's U.S. title scene has been a mess. I hope Melo gets it later this year. Well, with Sammy doing the U.S., if you pay close attention to what they're doing backstage in these segments with Melo and Miz, it's obvious exactly what's coming. It's obvious. You know what's going to happen. Melo is going to get exactly what he's wanted. Tonight, we didn't even talk about it. They had a short backstage segment because Nick Aldis was chasing after Brock Lesnar. They had a short backstage segment with Melo Don't Miz. Melo tried to talk to Nick Aldis about a United States Championship opportunity, and Miz stopped him again and said, we need a tag team championship opportunity. We were screwed by the Y6. So the Carmelo Hayes push is coming.
Building up a lot more tension with Miz. I personally thought it was going to happen after Mania, but it's just now happening, which can only mean, I thought, I had high hopes that, Miz was going to help him win the Andre, and then after that, Melo would get a cocky head, and then, they kind of butt heads.
Miz did go away to film American Gladiator. He did go away for 2 months, so that stopped their whole angle there.
Then there it is.
But now they're picking up again. I wasn't sure if they were going to pick it up, but they are. WWE values the hell out of Carmelo Hayes. I'm sick of seeing people talk about they don't appreciate him. They absolutely do. He's appreciated. He's valued. He's seen as winner of the future. I understand the argument that his peers that came up from NXT with him are already having championships and whatnot, but WWE wants Carmelo Hayes to be that guy. They want him to be that guy, and he's building to it. He's been building to it, and it's going to happen. So if you're a Carmelo Hayes fan, you will be happy very soon. So just as I am a big-time Carmelo Hayes fan. He's him. I love that guy, and I'm happy for what he's got going on right now. Let's see. Triple H said multi-year in the video, so she's back, I think. Then I am so happy for her. I'm so happy for her. Cam says, do you think releases are soon come? I do not, but I will have a story on the Body Slam Patreon about something else that does not happen with releases. It's with talent being,
Interesting.
If you can catch my drift, I'm going to release a story about something that's coming when it comes to talent from NXT. If you understand what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Okay, yes, I will have a story on Body Slam's Patreon regarding it. Kayla, I released a story yesterday about the draft. WWE, it doesn't look like they're doing a draft this year anymore because there are long-term storylines now in place on both brands. You've had a few superstars switch brands and shake it up a little bit.
They did a shake-up.
You did kind of. You did some under-the-table trades. You did a transfer window earlier in the year, but I don't think the draft is happening anymore. They've been very quiet on that front, so I don't believe it's happening. Love Dog says they're interested in an AJ AEW run. I think a lot of people are. I think the biggest fan of AJ Styles being in AEW would be Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay wants that match.
He really wants that match
very bad.
He really wants that match.
We just have to wait and see. I think that there's incredible talent in both companies still that AJ Styles could work with. But I personally have the feeling that AJ Styles is just going to stick to his word and retire in WWE. Let's see. Cam says they better do Carmelo right. I have no faith in WWE at all. Stopped watching main roster TV, but had to tune in tonight for AJ. There's a lot of good things coming on TV. As we move forward, WWE now being involved with ESPN, WWE being involved is changing a lot. It's changing a lot.
Knowing that Melo was in the cards to reportedly Melo was in the cards to win the U.S. title last year. and I guess drop it to AJ Styles, or I guess have a program with AJ Styles around Survivor Series
Oh,
time.
when he got injured,
Yes.
when AJ Styles got injured,
From what
I think that kind of messed it up.
yeah,
I think that did kind of
do a U.S. title
injuries.
thing, and then drop it to AJ. But
I mean, that would be cool. AJ Styles is also rumored to continue his feud with Dominic Mysterio and eventually win the Intercontinental Championship. So WWE would have been smart to crown AJ Styles in Paris this past Monday. However, with Worlds Collide next Friday, they want eyes on their AAA product as well. They're treating AAA as an equal now that they've acquired them. They're treating AAA as an equal that they're wanting everybody to tune into, which they also released some matches for the Worlds Collide card. And
I saw a couple.
Next Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Vegas time. Holy hell, the card looked good.
Was it
a lot of good talent on there.
No Dom's in that world title match.
Yeah, that was the first match announced a few weeks ago. Yeah, after Triple Mania. Let's see. Love Dogs Avery said, "Good to see Triple H get off his ass and book SmackDown tonight." Yeah, he's not there every week. Yeah, you can tell.
You can tell when he's there, and you can tell when Mr. Road Dogg is there.
If you look at the difference between Raw and SmackDown, you can tell when Triple H is present and when he's not.
Yeah,
I'll just say that. You can tell when he's there. Yeah, they pulled me back in right when I said I was going to stop watching since Naomi is out. Yeah, she's out, but I'm expecting her to having another good run when she comes back in over a year. Jace says hello again. Hello, Jace. Stone Cold Steve Austin lover. Jay Rich said Kiana James teased having a new client a few weeks ago. Do you know who it could be? She's been teasing a lot. She's been giving out her business card, trying to get people lined up. I can ask. I don't have any idea if there's any plans to add members to that duo right now. But the Vision didn't have any plans to add any members after Braun Breaker. And look, they've added 2 more now. So
there it is.
Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Cam said, "My only wish is that they get a diverse writer's room. They need better creative because all these surprises are fun and all, but watching Unreal showed me a lot of issues in that room." They have everything in the writer's room. They have women, they have blacks, they have whites. It's diverse in there. It's just it's not creative. Is very up and down. You can tell when they try and when they don't try. So it's wrestling as a whole, though. Wrestling as a whole, you can tell when it's up and down. Ratings. People have been talking about the ratings discourse this week with every show being down. A lot of shows are down right now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, NXT, Dynamite, Collision. And you got TNA looming to get a media deal now too, which I assume is going to be announced around Bound for Glory or at Bound for Glory next month. Carlos Silva's come in and he's been putting in that work. So I'm assuming something there. So we're going to have good deals for everybody in the wrestling business. CMLL is doing fantastic. I don't get to tune into it, but I still follow it. They're doing fantastic down there. I love some of the talent down there. I'm gonna start being a weekly warrior when it comes to CMLL.
Yeah, there it is. We love to see it.
I got a plug that has helped me out. So I'm gonna start watching CMLL now too. Like I said, I'm gonna start doing a lot more in wrestling again. I was burnt out for a while because I was doing watch-alongs for literally every show. Monday through Sunday. Monday through Sunday. I was doing, along with my shoot job, I was doing these watch-alongs. So I'm going to start doing reviews again. I'm going to start doing reviews for the shows after the shows again. And then I'm going to do some more stuff. And I want opinions from everybody, what they would like to see Body Slam do more. When it comes to content. Some people said gaming. Some people said cover some sports, which I kind of do on my personal page. But if you want, we have a Body Slam MMA page if people want to go and check that out. If people want me to cover sports for Body Slam when it comes to football, basketball, baseball, whatever, I'll see if we can get a team together for that as well. I'll talk to Cassie.
I had the Chiefs game up, and the Chiefs lost, so I'm a happy man.
Did they lose?
The Chiefs lost 21-27. Mr. Justin Herbert got the job done.
They were down 13. They were down 13-3 when I checked.
Yes, so they scored 2 field goals. Then they got a touchdown. Then they missed the extra point. So it was 13-12, I think, in the third quarter. and final score was 21-27 Chargers.
Cool.
I'm happy because my kicker is on the Chiefs, so I got some good kicking points in on my fantasy football team. But I'm also happy because I put a couple parlays in, and
Hit?
almost all of them hit. I have a 5-leg. Xavier Worthy was on it. He got injured, I think, in the first drive.
They said he bad night to be Xavier Worthy and
Kelsey
AJ Brown,
ran straight into him. AJ Brown, Kelsey ran straight into him. But they voided him on my parlay, and the other 3 hits. So now I just gotta wait for my tight end in my fantasy and my line in my parlay, Mr. Laporta, to have a good night. I'm a Lions boy, so I'm a love to see that game, or love to see that that matchup that they're having. But football season is back, and I can't wait. I'm dipping my toes into some college football as well, seeing how that's going.
I did a parlay last week for the first time in like 8 months.
Okay.
And I did a 12 leg, and I hit on the 12 leg. I hit on the 12 leg.
You did?
Yes, I hit on the 12 leg.
You hit the 12 leg?
Yes.
No way.
Absolutely. And you know what the big driving factor was for me?
What?
Florida State 13.5-point underdogs. That was the final one that I needed, and they beat the dog shit out of Alabama.
They did.
They beat the dog shit out of Alabama.
They did.
Us Seminoles are coming, baby. We back. All right, let me get back to this. Sean, I've answered this like twice when you've asked. Will AJ Lee be on Raw this Monday? Yes, I believe so. She signed a contract now, so I think she'll be around all the time now with CM Punk. Do you know how long AJ's contract is? I haven't seen nothing on the Patreon unless I'm blind. We haven't posted anything yet. We're asking about it. I've already talked to the team. So
apparently, they said in the video that it's multi-year, so at least
multi-year.
2 years.
Yeah, but we want to know how long,
but,
especially. Yeah,
right.
I guess it's more writers than who was shown then. Yeah, they didn't show everybody in the writers' room. They pick and choose what was on Unreal. Unreal season 2 is going to be even better than season 1, so be tuned in for that. Cam said any word on OTM? They've been MIA. I hope they weren't dropped. No, Bronco Nemo got injured. And it kept him off TV for a while. Bailey said Chiefs suck. Hey, the Steelers suck too, pal. With AJ on Raw, the gap between women's divisions is even bigger now. I think they got some stuff coming for SmackDown. Like I said, I mentioned a little bit ago, there's something coming. Somebody asked about releases. Not releases, but something else is coming on the horizon. So something's coming in the near future. Bianca will fill that gap when she returns to SmackDown. She will be one of the big pieces that's on SmackDown. You can tell they're trying to rehabilitate SmackDown from being a sleeper show now. 100%.
Yeah.
Especially when Triple H is at the show. Mr. Houston saying he's a Lions boy. He likes him.
Listen. Yes, I am Mr. Houston, but I was born in Detroit. So, I mean, come on, yo. I love both teams. I'm gonna love me the Houston Texans. I'm gonna love me the Detroit Lions. But if I have to pick one, it's gonna be where I was born, and that was in the 313. Come on now, what are we talking about? Let's go.
All right, Jay says, can you do more of Corey's picks reviews and your personal opinions? I can definitely give recommendations for you. I do Corey's picks every football season, so yes, that will be a weekly thing for me. I will be doing reviews more too. Like I said, I'm going to be jumping into more stuff. So don't worry. I'll be doing it. Bucks are utter dog shit. Hey, that's why they're the most bet on team to win the Super Bowl this year. So shush.
Really?
Shush. They are. Yes, 100%.
The Bucks did play good last year.
They did. I hope they covered Naomi in season 2 Unreal a little bit. I think they will. I think we'll see something of Naomi in season 2. Mr. Houston was born in Detroit. My whole life was a lie. That's why Dallas is so much better. Okay.
That's just not true. I went to Dallas for the first time ever for All-In weekend. And that place sucks, bro. Oh, that place is worse than Houston. Oh, my gosh. Man, Dallas, unfortunately, is not better than the 713, the 281. The 832, the 346. Houston's on top. Thank you for your time.
All right, Jay's asked me, do you think the Bucks are winning the Super Bowl? I think they have a chance to. I'm not going to say 100%. I'm not going to be biased and say my team.
If you had 4 teams, to make it to? It doesn't have to be the divisional finals, but who would you think? If I can give you 4 names or 4 teams that you think would make it to the Super Bowl, who do you think it'd be?
Between the AFC and NFC, two and
Yeah,
two.
it could be 3-1. It could be 3-1. It could be all 4 on one side. It doesn't matter.
Well, obviously, the Chiefs are going to be pushed to the moon in the NFL. We know that.
Really?
So I'm gonna have to throw that in the hat. Yeah, every year they're there.
I don't know. The way Mahomes was playing, hopefully it's just some rust. But if he keeps playing like that, no good.
I think the Buffalo Bills will be in the running. I think that in the NFC, because I just gave 2 AFC, I think in the NFC, I'm going to say my Bucks. My Bucks are going to be in the running at the end of the year towards the Super Bowl run. If everybody's healthy. We'll be up there because the weapons on offense are unstoppable. So if we're healthy, it's tough. And then the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions will be my 4th team. I don't see the Eagles being in championship contention this year. I do not, despite them being the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions. I do not see the Eagles in contention for the Super Bowl this year. Cam said, I hope Mara Sade will be pushed to the moon in TNA. Her release actually is working in her favor because she's undeniably a star in the making. You can tell on TNA television already that she's being set to be pushed in the near future, just like Indy Hartwell is. So yeah, I think it's good for her. It was a learning experience to get released. It was a surprise. WWE wanted to see this out of her, and I think she's going to do wonders and will eventually end up in the company again someday. Bailey said best barbecue in the world in Dallas. Chiefs, Lions, Bills, Eagles is his 4 picks.
It's not bad.
Jace, you don't know the teams. Jace, sorry. Bucks will be lucky to win their division, brother. We're winning the division for the 5th year in a row. Winning the division for the 5th year in a row. Nobody in that division is going to stop us.
What is that? NFC
South.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. But yeah, we've been talking. Who's winning the World Series? Baseball is up in the air for me.
Really?
Yeah, because there's
isn't the end of the season real soon?
At the end of the month, yeah, before the playoffs. The regular season is rolling to its end at the end of September before we get into October and the World Series at the end of October. So, but it's too early for me to call it at the moment. I think the Blue Jays are peaking at the right time right now. I would be surprised to see the Blue Jays not compete soon. They're peaking right now. The Detroit Tigers are playing great. I think the Tigers are a World Series contender in the American League. In the National League, the Chicago Cubs are a surprising team to me. I think the Cubs are doing good. They're in my Cincinnati Reds division. Unfortunately, them and the Brewers are ahead of us. I think the St. Louis Cardinals have also caught us now. It's a mess. The Reds are pummeling at the end of the season, which is upsetting to me. But it's football season now, and then we get into basketball next month. So I'm okay. So all right, Jace says I want to tweet that she signed a multi-year contract, but I don't know who to credit. Motherfucker, credit the tweet from Triple H.
He said it, multi-year.
What the fuck? Sean Cena said, how do you see the Packers doing now that they got Michael from the Cowboys? I think they're going to do better than people think. It's all up to Jordan Love, honestly. If Jordan Love could take that next step forward, then I think the Packers could be in contention as well. The Packers already have a nice defense, so we'll see. Bailey said Bucks will be like FSU last year. So much hype to nothing, all fart, no shit. Go fuck yourself, okay? Bailey said the Brewers are winning it all. They will be in contention. Yes, they will. The Houston Astros are winning the World Series. Okay, Jace. If AJ's going to feud with Becky for the IC title, I can see Vaquer winning the world title. That match at WrestlePalooza will be very interesting, and I hope you guys are seriously tuned into that match.
I was thinking about it earlier today. I feel
there's some stuff that's going to happen. They're going to go the distance in that match, finally get a winner in their singles match. So I'm not going to spoil who's winning it. I'm not going to tell you the storyline directions moving forward after WrestlePalooza. indicate pretty much. WrestleVotes does this on WrestleVotes Radio before PLEs, where they'll say that the favorites based on the storylines moving forward. So the favorites, so there's storylines moving forward after WrestlePalooza between these two women that is pretty indicative of who's going to win the Women's World Championship.
I think if Naomi didn't have to vacate, I really do think Naomi would have beat Stephanie. But now
she 100% was scheduled to beat Stephanie Marquez. She was because Naomi was supposed to go into 2026.
I thought so. 100%. I thought so.
Yes, she was.
Yep.
She was supposed to go into 2026 as Women's World Champion. I didn't say big 2025 for no reason. She was supposed to be champion. She was supposed to get an extended run. I don't know when she was going to drop it or who she was going to drop it to.
Sometime in 2026.
But she was going to drop it in 2026. Triple H loves Trinity.
And you can tell that when she comes back, she's getting a championship.
Yeah, she's gonna win it back. Whether it's
the other one,
she's gonna win. She's gonna win a Women's World Championship again. One of them.
Actually, yeah, she just got her custom title, so
yeah,
they gotta sell those belts, baby.
She's gonna win one of them.
1,000%.
The Braves lost their mind, but they're going to be good again next year. Yeah, injuries play a factor into that too. So. And we started back watching wrestling last year of a decade without it. It's good to have someone like you covering stories and getting legit scoops. I wish your platform grows even bigger than you could imagine. I'm trying, brother. I'm trying 100%. I know a lot of people don't like me in the wrestling community because I tend to favor WWE when it comes to stories because I don't really talk to anybody in AEW. I talk to people connected to WWE. My sources are not in WWE. They're connected to WWE. So – but I'm trying to grow as much as I can. I want to bring Body Slam to the next level with me. I love my team that we're building here. I brought my brother over here onto the team. I'm willing to bring other people in here. If you're willing to create content with us, do some stuff, write, do some shows, we're looking. So just let me know. Let me know if anybody else would like to join the Body Slam team. Sean Cena said, great seeing AJ Lee back. Was there any reason she was never in AEW? When Punk was there, she didn't have the spark. She wasn't interested. She was not interested. And now seeing the culture in WWE, how it's changed.
And the women's division. Oh, my God.
Brother, if you look at the way that Triple H books the women's division on Monday Night Raw right now especially, and you look at the way that Shawn Michaels books the NXT women's division.
How can you not want to come back?
SmackDown is behind on the curve, but they will get there again. They will get there again, and the women's division will thrive as a whole. So we're going to see it. We're going to see it. Bailey said, I can't wait to quote tweet you when the Falcons win Sunday. I'm going to be crying in my bedroom if that happens.
Yeah, hopefully the streak isn't broken.
Jay says, I love you, Corey. Say it back. I love you too, Jace. Thank you for always supporting me, brother. Sean Cena says, who do you see beating Tiffany if Jade loses the rematch next week? Bianca Belair.
1,000%.
Bianca Belair will get the women's championship again. And
I feel like it's
the money match, a foregone conclusion. The money match is Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair for the women's championship. That's the foregone conclusion. Question is, who is the champion at the time? Which one of them is holding the gold?
My personal opinion, I do think that Bianca, similar to in 2023 when MJF was approaching Kenny Omega's days as champion, Kenny Omega came in and he was like, hey, man, listen, bro, you're about to pass my record, so I got to stop that. And they have that match. And I know that, like I said a bit ago, Tiffany Stratton, I think she's the third longest reigning, and Bianca is number 1, if I'm not mistaken. So I think Bianca coming in and saying, hey, we don't do that around here. And having that match, and whether she beats her, I think she beats her or not, it'd be a great pairing. I think it kind of revitalized Tiffany's reign a little bit. And, as Corey said, if it's going to lead to a program with Jade Cargill, I think Bianca walking in as champion would definitely be better. And
I think what they're going to do is Bianca wins the championship, and that's how you elevate Jade Cargill to the next level. You have her work with Bianca. You have her take the title off of Bianca. That's how you get her to the next level. Because people still talk about Jade Cargill not being ready. What a better way to be ready than beating Bianca Belair?
Beating Bianca Belair for the
top 5 women in. I'm not even going to say women. I'll say a top 5 wrestler in WWE, Bianca Belair.
100%.
Star power and all. She's very missed, and I can't wait to see her back soon. Cam said, I'm happy to hear she was going to keep it till 2026 because them trolls on Twitter. Yeah, a lot of people talk shit about her, and it's ridiculous, and I have to stand up for her all the time. I hate it, but yeah, she wasn't a transitional champion. Bailey, no, you cannot body slam me for free, brother. Cam said 2027 can't come fast enough. Yeah, 100%. It's going to be fun when she comes back. I probably the Rumble in 2027. Okay, Jace. Love Dogs Avery. I hope Trump won't be there for Cena's last match. Well, with it being announced by multiple outlets that it's going to be in Washington, D.C., I can almost guarantee that that's a
TKO event in Washington, D.C. It's happening. Fortunately or unfortunately.
He's going to be sitting front row. He'll be sitting front row. It's unfortunate because Boston was supposed to host Saturday Night's main event on December 13th. WWE and TKO. Well, mostly TKO. TKO very greedy. Wants to make as much money as they can because they're in the hole. They're very much in the hole, and they're relying on WWE to get them out. Yeah, they're in debt. TKO as a company's in debt. Yeah, UFC because of UFC. Yeah, because of UFC. So they're trying. WWE is their blanket right now. Why do you think WWE's prices are so high?
Interesting.
Why do you think WWE's prices are so high?
I thought. I mean, I knew it was greed. I didn't realize.
That's TKO is pulling the strings. Sean Cena says, "I'd like to see Bianca return as a heel." I'm not going to say return as a heel, but I think I would like to see Bianca do some heelish tactics, especially with what's going down with her husband right now and the story that they're working over there. I think that we're probably going to end up getting a heel Montez Ford out of that program with. It's likely more than ever that the Street Profits are probably going to split now.
Interesting.
And they both go their separate ways. Although I don't want to see it happen. There's a lot of speculation about it happening and the storylines that are happening on television right now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But I think it would make sense for Bianca to be a heel or do at least heelish stuff if her husband was considered a heel as well. Bianca is top 1 wrestler in history. I know that's your favorite. Bailey.
I'll say she's probably the best wrestler to come out of the Performance Center. I feel like that's I can't think of.
There's 2 people to come out of the Performance Center that were not wrestlers that got into the wrestling business that I will say
I'm talking about what, Charlotte?
Fuck no. Fuck no. There's two right now that I'll say. One of them is in division. One of them's in division. Braun Breaker.
Okay.
He's an NIL guy. Despite his wrestling being in his blood, he's an NIL guy. He didn't plan to go into professional wrestling. So Braun Breaker and Bianca Belair are the 2 that I think are the best NIL athletes to join professional wrestling. A close third is the ruler of NXT. The ruler of NXT, Obafemi, is
that's my guy,
brother. Obafemi is going to take over the main roster soon enough.
Generational.
Cam says, I want more stock behind Lash Legend too. If you watched NXT this past Tuesday, Lash Legend beat Jada Parker. They have a lot of faith in Lash Legend. I figured she'd be on the main roster already. Triple H really likes her, so I'm not sure what's going on there. What's the hold up? A lot has happened between the main roster and NXT where communication. Where communication is
like Lola Vice and Lash Legend.
It all came. Lola Vice came from me earlier this year because there was talks about it. WWE is very high on her. They just signed her to a new contract recently. Tony D'Angelo was somebody that got pitched that I heard that was on the verge of going to the main roster. Russell Vogt reported on Russell Vogt Radio that expect to see him before the end of 2025 on the main roster. He's still going to be doing the Mafia-style character with some tweaks to it, so expect to see him. I had reported when the Vision started and they started adding members that there were discussions of Ricky Sainz and Ethan Page becoming part of the group. But both of them are featured in prominent programs as of right now on NXT. So I don't see either one of them. So I think that's also why they kind of inserted Becky Lynch into the Vision.
Yeah.
Because they needed not only a female wrestler in that group, but they needed somebody else outside of what they had. and she adds a whole different element. We're seeing
She
it.
does.
I said it on Sunday. I said it's a bigger picture. There's other stuff coming. So we're in for a hell of a time when it comes to that. And Lash Legend is definitely somebody I think they have big upside with as well. Hayden said I need Ilya Dragunov.
There
I
it
talked
is.
about him. He's on the verge. He's on the verge. I can't say officially when he's returning, but he's on the verge. Has there genuinely been any news on Stone Cold Steve Austin? No. The last was the FIFO report from Sean Ross Sapp about it. Let's see. Love Dogs Avery said I still watch WWE with Maga and the Brock. Just lost my love. I'm conflicted. I'm very conflicted when I watch it every single week. Obviously, my beliefs don't stand with what's going on within the company itself. But at the same time, I love this business, and I'm digging my feet deeper into it. So, especially when I'm posting scoops about it, I have to stay in the know with everything. So, I'm conflicted, but at the same time, I understand everybody has their feelings and their opinions about different things. A lot of people are standing. A lot of people are standing their ground right now.
Yeah.
I've noticed. But at the same time, a lot of people that said they were going to do something and not talk about the company, literally talk about the company every single day. So I rest my case when it comes to that. I'm conflicted, but at the end of the day, it's the business that I'm involved in right now, and that's where I make my money from. So
Yeah.
I continue to cover and watch everything that they do. All I needed to see on SmackDown was the bookends.
The beginning and the end.
It's been 4 months since Bianca's been gone. Yep, she's been gone since Mania. She'll be back soon, very soon. When does Jade win the singles title? I've already talked about this. It's either she's going to win it from Bianca Belair or she wins it next week. But I don't know the plans for next week, so I can't tell you that. The Musk guy on Twitter says there's another return on the horizon. Can't wait. There's a lot of stuff coming up. There's a lot of stuff coming up that I'll be covering. So stay tuned for that. There's a lot of stuff. Cam says Montez singles push is way overdue. That's why I was so worried with Carmelo. Melo's always been, outside of being a duo with Trick Williams, Melo's been a singles guy for the majority of his stint. So him doing singles work is good. I think Montez being a singles wrestler also, despite me not wanting the Street Profits to split, I think that's the only way that WWE is going to consistently push Montez forward is as a singles wrestler is if they're not together.
And if they're able to push at the same time two incredible talent that look like me, I genuinely feel like I'd have to.
You love it, right?
Because it's crazy because I feel like it's a bare minimum thing, but you know where we are in this, I guess, this day and age, and seeing the stats on
a lot, the PLEs, singles wrestlers,
all that stuff.
I get it, but at the same time, it's going to improve. It's going to improve.
So, with that being said, if they're able to get their
if you look at what Shawn Michaels does at NXT with African American talent, you see what he does there. You see Shawn Michaels does diversity better than anybody in the wrestling business, I feel, when it comes to pushing women, pushing people of all colors, all religions, everything. But I think there's going to be a bigger success rate on the main roster moving forward when it comes to, like you said, people that look like you. I think it gives people a better I'm okay now because if they can do it, I can do it too. If they're succeeding in their profession and I look like them, I can do what I want to do also, especially with the allegations and everything. Like you said, the last singles male black was
Bobby Lashley, but
by DQ.
Technically, there was R-Truth versus Cena, but technically Saturday night's main event is not a PLE.
Yeah, it's not a PLE. Sean says, will AJ Lee appear on any ESPN program? Well, WrestlePalooza is an ESPN program, so yes. But if you're talking about like First Take, Sports Center, guaranteed. I guarantee SportsCenter tonight at 12 o'clock is
Yeah,
going to cover the return of AJ Lee to WWE.
100%.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it. They've been showing WWE highlights almost every single night on SportsCenter.
And that
They've been
post is
talking about it.
doing numbers.
Oh, her return on
Oh my
WWE's
days.
every single social media platform, not just Twitter, all across the fucking social media. Yes, it's doing numbers, and she deserves every single bit of it. Knight said, any update on Theory? He's still on the injured list. He's on the inactive list, not the talent roster right now. I don't know what the injury was. They kept it close to the vest, but I wish him the best right now in whatever he's going through. Depends on who dethrones Oba. Javon Evans will likely be the guy still. I think Javon is still him to take over the NXT men's division. I think Ricky loses at No Mercy. I think Ricky loses, and then Ricky goes to the main roster. I think that's his final program in NXT. I think Obafemi keeps the title until New Year's, and then Javon Evans beats him for the title.
New Year's Revolution?
Whatever TV special or PLE that they're going to do for NXT.
Or New Year's Evil, sorry.
Yeah, whatever one. I think Javon Evans is going to be the Iron Survivor this year. I think he wins the Iron Survivor Challenge, and then he goes on to challenge Obafemi again. He's in a redemption angle right now. He's in a redemption story angle, his arc. I think Javon Evans is the one that dethrones Obafemi, and he's the one that takes over the men's division, and rightfully so. Javon Evans is so talented. He's only 20 years old. So
I'd love to see.
The sky's the limit for Javon Evans.
One of my favorite Royal Rumbles, and I feel like one of the best Royal Rumbles of all time, was the one that ironically happened in Houston, Texas, the Royal Rumble in 2020, where Brock entered as champion and got eliminated by Drew McIntyre.
Oh, where Claymore kicked him? Claymore kicked him outside the fucking ring?
Yes. I feel like it wouldn't.
It's set up for Drew McIntyre to win the World Championship?
I feel like it wouldn't be bad if Oba entered as champion.
In the Royal Rumble?
In the Royal Rumble as NXT champion.
You think they should have him as the NXT entry in the Royal Rumble?
He's a star. He is
the only thing is I think they would want Triple H wants him on the main roster.
I know.
I'll tell you that right now.
That'd be his introduction.
Triple H wants him on the main roster as soon as possible. So I think I think Javon Evans being the one to dethrone
he's definitely
him
the guy. 100% he's the guy. 100%
it's the right move. Ricky Saints is ready for the main roster. I think, like I alluded to earlier, I think he's one of the people that is going up fairly soon. I'll try to get names and stuff, but I will have a story about call-ups. Homecoming should be baller. Expect some surprises. Returning to Full Sail in 2 weeks. Expect some surprises. Let's have some fun. NXT has quite a few interesting live events coming up in the next few months. So expect the unexpected when it comes to NXT. It's been over 7 years since Alexa Bliss last held a world title. Hope she gets another reign at some point. She will. Her dedication pays off. She's still a fan favorite. A lot of people love her. If you heard the pop at the Royal Rumble, you know she's still a fan favorite. So I think she will at some point. Surprised Jordan hasn't been called up yet. Yeah, that's one of the things that's one of the things that I reported on when Stephanie Vaquer went up, that Jordan Grace was also supposed to go up. A lot happened, and I don't know if the details are ever going to come out. I'm not going to put the details out there, but a lot happened. As you can see right now, she's in a feud with Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe is about to have her new side come out in NXT. So we'll see what happens with Jordan. I think Jordan Grace deserves to be on the main roster too. It's long overdue for her. She wasn't supposed to be in NXT this long. Yeah. Some stuff happened. She's still there. I think she needs to go up also. I think so. When I reported that was the plan as of that moment. But like I said, stuff happened. I'm not going to get into it. That's not my stuff to talk about as somebody who reports news. But yeah, she deserves to be on the main roster, and I think SmackDown is the perfect spot for her, where she was initially supposed to go. What's up, guys? Great coverage as usual. Thank you, Max. Same to you, brother. You're doing incredible work when it comes to covering the AEW residency in Philadelphia. Posting all of your clips from there. You you and Rami doing the post shows of the PLEs and the pay-per-views. Incredible work. I'm happy to have you on the Body Slam team. We greatly appreciate you. I know Cassidy does. When we need content, you're there. So I appreciate you big time. I need the crowd behind Lash. I hate the Gooners and the PC to hype Jada more than Lash. Jada has a high side. It's just she's the PC. The PC really likes her. PC, and it's not that they're Gooners. It's just they have their favorites, and Jada Parker is one of them. I've been to the PC multiple times. Have a lot of friends that go every single week because it's not that far from me. It's in my backyard from where I grew up. So I have a lot of friends that end up going every single week. I got connects within the PC. It's a very interesting place. The Performance Center is a very interesting place. Let's just say that. Who beats JC Jane for the NXT title? I'm gonna be honest. I think Lola Vice dethrones her at No Mercy.
Really?
Yes. No Mercy is 30 minutes away from Lola Vice's home in Miami. I think Lola Vice is the one that dethrones her.
I'll be honest. Where does that leave Miss Monroe?
She'll probably dethrone Lola Vice.
Really? I didn't think she'd stay in NXT that long.
Like Monroe?
If they're gonna make her the face of NXT, then I guess that makes sense.
She'll be in NXT until next year.
Okay.
She'll be in NXT until next year. So I think she'll be the one as a heel to dethrone Lola Vice. Lola Vice, a lot of people have mixed opinions about her, but she's an incredible talent, incredible worker, so dedicated to the craft. If people knew what she did behind the scenes, it's why WWE re-signed her to a multi-year contract. She's incredible. I love her work ethic, her dedication. She's going to be big in the wrestling business. She talks about it all the time. MMA and Taekwondo was her first love, but seeing the entertainment and the wrestling side of things, when she had the opportunity to jump to WWE, she took it, and she's running with it. And I'm glad that they got her under contract for many years to come. If the Steelers so well, you think Rodgers plays another season? No, I think this is it regardless. What's going on with Private Party there? I think they're the ones to beat Dark State. Yeah, I think they're going to NXT. I can't confirm, but I think they're going to NXT.
They got AEW, Frozen, right? They got Frozen in AEW, right? Haven't seen.
I'm not going to say Frozen. I'm just going to say they're parked.
Well, I don't want to say Guantanamo Bay, but
no, they just.
I feel like they haven't been mentioned at all.
Their tags, they haven't. When they were talking about Hurt Syndicate and where the titles came from and whatnot, they
didn't say names.
No, they did not. So they haven't mentioned Private Party in some time. Private Party, they look incredible. They've been putting in the work in the gym. It was great to see them pop up in House of Glory. I expect to see them in WWE. WWE is interested in them. I would expect to see them at some point in WWE. Not going to lie to you. I think that is where they end up.
They got potential for sure.
Sean Ross Sapp reported about the Righteous also potentially being WWE bound. That would be another great addition to the tag team division in WWE. The Righteous were in talks with WWE. Honor, right? No, they've been out of WWE or AEW Ring of Honor contracts for a few months now. They've been free agents. I think that they're doing indie dates right now. Okay. WWE, they were supposed to be with WWE. They were going to be an extension of the Wyatt family with Bray Wyatt. They were supposed to do work with Wyndham, and ultimately Wyndham passed away. They weren't able to do any of the work with him. And they ended up going to AEW Ring of Honor, doing some work there. But now they're free agents again. And I think, as Sean Ross Sapp reported, that they are WWE bound also, I believe. I feel like Montez Ford versus Angelo Dawkins could be a good Mania program. I don't know about Mania. I think it would be an incredible program for both of them because they're such good friends. They have chemistry. Their potential is limitless for both of them. Angelo Dawkins has said he said that he doesn't really want to be a singles wrestler. He doesn't think that he can go that long in the ring in terms of like stamina. But I think Angelo Dawkins would be a nice bigger body to add to the men's division as a singles wrestler. And I think them having a program based off of their history would be incredible. Let's see. How long does Kalani Jordan stay in NXT? Because she's the future main eventer. I can see Kalani Jordan going up around the middle of 2026 after Mania next year. She's incredible. She's another talent that has come from the NIL program that has absolutely killed it wrestling-wise. I'm so happy for her too. Let's see. Shelton Benjamin was my favorite when I was younger, and he didn't get a fraction of what he deserved in WWE.
100%.
100%. Shelton Benjamin deserves so much more. He should have been a world champion in WWE. He got the ECW championship. Shelton Benjamin was able to hold the ECW championship, but it didn't mean a jack shit. Didn't mean jack shit. The WWE version of ECW didn't mean jack shit. Same, Bobby Lashley held the ECW World Championship. Didn't mean jack shit. It meant nothing. It meant nothing after the first few months. So Shelton Benjamin was definitely underutilized in WWE. They kept him in the mid-card programs for majority of his career, put him in tag teams. So I agree with your statement, Cam. AJ Lee's return tweet is WWE's biggest tweet of all time, I think, already.
No way.
How many views does it have? Pull it up. Pull it up.
I got you.
How many views does it have on there right now?
There's no way. The return tweet has
How many views?
It's 2.6 million
For views?
on Twitter. 100.
How many likes? Okay. Sean with NXT does good, but NXT still has less eyes than main roster. Doesn't help that Triple H has a photo op with Trump like every other week. Yeah, it's not good. Don't mix wrestling with politics. Obviously, he has this whatever the hell, Make America Fit Again or whatever the fuck that program
Healthy?
is.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell.
Robert, his mother-in-law is, in the office and everything.
In the
so
office. Obviously, they have connections to the park.
Yeah, so it's.
I don't like mixing wrestling with. I don't like mixing anything with politics. Let's be honest. I don't like mixing anything with politics. But when it's out in the open like that, it's just kind of like I said. I'm conflicted. I'm very conflicted. I'm very conflicted with it. Let's see. No heel run for Saints. I don't think so. I think he goes straight to the main roster as a babyface. What's going on with Phoenix and Andrade? Ray Phoenix worked the main event match today before SmackDown. So I think for the time being, while they work out the SmackDown Tag Team division, they're just waiting again. Yes, Sean, we saw the tweet. New Year's Eve, we'll talk about Javon Evans, probably. Our true storyline is quiet. The Ron Killings true switch is potential, but now he's on the back burner. I won't say he's on the back burner. They just have him in different programs and segments right now. He didn't come back to be world champion, if that's what people thought. He came back to finish his career the way that he wanted to finish it. And I think the way that they're allowing him to be creative and creatively flow in his way, both funny and serious, I think it's going to work. It's going to work until he retires. I wouldn't say it's on the back burner, though. I just think they're focused on bigger things at this point right now, especially with WrestlePalooza coming around the corner and tonight being the kickoff towards WrestlePalooza with a few angles run tonight. They are going to inject some new life into NXT. Good signings there. That came from the tryouts. Who wins Iron Survivor for the women? Not sure. That women's division is so deep. You can have anybody. If it was my pick, I posted a story about her yesterday. If I had to pick anybody, I'd love to see Kendall Gray win the Iron Survivor Challenge for the women. Kendall Gray is up next. Let's see. For the homecoming show, do we see a surprise outside of WWE from NXT alumni? What do you mean? People who have been in NXT before that are no longer in WWE, or because we're gonna get main roster talent at homecoming. There's no doubt about it. So if you mean people who have been in NXT that are no longer in WWE, I'm not so sure. Corey and Prince, do you think Alexa Bliss or AJ Lee's pop was bigger? Definitely AJ.
Surely AJ Lee. Alexa had a huge pop. Don't get me wrong, but I think AJ took that one home. I got to go back and listen to it, but I think AJ took that one home.
What's up, brother?
Mr. Masp, what's going on?
Chicago booed Sammy. Yeah, but it's only because he was in the ring with the greatest of all time.
Against Cena.
Yeah, if it was different, if he was doing like a celebration or something for himself, they wouldn't have booed him. It's just because he was in there with Cena. They need to turn Jada with how over she is with that audience. No, Jada Parker needs to be a heel. Her persona fits heel perfectly. Lash Legend is a perfect baby face. According to Triple H, AJ Lee has signed a multi-year deal. Yep, we've talked about that. It's time for Sammy versus Andrade, Sammy versus Mello, Sammy versus Phoenix. Oh, we're going to get some good Sammy matches. We're going to get some good graps. All right, let's see. Lola has improved a lot. Absolutely. She's one of my favorites. I'm so happy for it. And I'm thinking with the right head when I say this. Her trips to AAA, 1,000%. Her work in different styles of wrestling, along with her training in the PC has been incredible for her. Incredible work.
Lola vibes,
JM
man.
Lola does fantastic work at AAA. That's why she gets featured on every single show. That's why she talked about it. She didn't expect for them to give her the positive reaction that she's been getting because she's not Mexican. That's what she said. She said, because I'm not Mexican, I didn't think that they would like me there. But they've shown me so much love, and she's appreciative of everything that's going on there. Alexa and Charlotte should make an appearance on NXT during the tag title reign. They're already scheduled to. Will Kalani Jordan ever become NXT Women's Champion? We'll see how long she's in that division. I think she's done great work when she was NXT Women's North American Champion. I think that if she doesn't win the NXT Women's Championship, she's still destined for great things. Lola has definitely improved. You can see it without a doubt, 100%. No doubt about it. I can see the Rascals versus Dark State for the tag titles. The Rascals still want the TNA World Tag Team Championship, so I don't know. I don't know if we'll see the Rascals pop up again. So we'll see. Who dethrones Giulia, and will Michin ever win singles gold? It'll be a while before Giulia loses that title. And I talked about Michin earlier in the show when we were doing a review of the show. I believe that her dedication and her work to the craft when it comes to WWE, she's going to get rewarded soon enough. All right. Who do you think is winning that fatal four-way match for the Latin American title at Worlds Collide? Same thing. I think El Higo de Dr. Wagner Jr. is retaining. He just got the title. I think he's retaining. Let's see. Sean, we talked about this earlier in the show, especially now that she's under contract. Absolutely. She's going to be in the Royal Rumble next year in Saudi Arabia. Jace, Corey, did you know you've gained over 5,000 followers in the last 3 months? I know how my following has risen in the last year and a half. Yes, I do. And I'm very grateful for everybody. My appreciation goes beyond wonders for you guys. So thank you very much to everybody who not only supports me, but supports everybody around me, supports Body Slam. We as a cohesive unit truly appreciate you guys. I hope your success continues. Thank you, brother. I hope so for you as well. Is there a more undeserving push in wrestling than Evil? We're not going to talk about that. I know a lot of New Japan fans are very upset with Evil still being thrown into the spotlight over on that side with the HOT. We're not going to talk about that, though. We're not going to talk about that. Let's see. Could you see Punk and AJ versus Seth and Becky for a winner-take-all match at WrestlePalooza? Potentially, but I think it would work more as a singles program. And I think Punk.
Yeah, I feel like making it a winner's take
has to beat Seth Rollins for that championship to cement what he's been trying to do the entire time that he's been back in WWE. That's his whole point right now is I won the title for 6 minutes, and this fuckhead over here screwed me again. I'm not going to stop until I screw him. So I think singles programs between them again will be the move, but we'll see.
I do feel like making it a winners take all kind of spoils the result in who wins, because I think Becky and AJ could probably have an amazing program. But AJ
their program on the microphone is going to be outstanding.
Exactly.
When they get in the program.
But AJ winning the title 2 weeks into her return probably isn't in the cards.
I mean, I don't see it in the cards, but anything's possible, especially shock factor wise. WWE loves to do the shock factor stuff. And remember, Motor City Machine Guns 2 weeks into joining WWE, they became tag team champions.
That is very
true. Anything is possible. Anything's possible in WWE. Never say never. Jace asked, I hate being the one to ask, but is it known when the next releases are? We're not going to talk about releases here. I don't see any releases coming in the near future, but that's not the type of thing I really want to talk about. So sorry, Jace. Let's see. I hope John Cena versus Joe Hendry happens during Cena's retirement tour, but it probably won't. We'll probably get an interaction sometime between them. Joe Hendry's really been teasing John Cena, but we'll see. When is Ilya coming back? It's in the cards right now. They're working on it, so I can't give you a definitive for it. Will Punk and Randy ever become a world champion before he retires? Well, Randy's under a 5-year contract, so Randy's going to win a world championship again at some point. And Punk, Punk will win a world championship again. I don't know when.
And I don't know which one, because I really do want to see Punk versus Cody.
I do also.
The WWE Championship. I feel like that has a lot of story behind it, and I would not be mad at all if Punk beats Cody. But then again, Punk and Rollins with this beef and this, storyline they've had going on for a while, I feel like it makes more sense for Punk to beat Rollins than to beat Cody.
Do you think Paige Saraya will ever come back to WWE? I do believe she has said many times she wants to. I talked about that earlier. I think anything is possible in the business, but I don't see it in 2025 at least. Do you think AJ Lee will win the title off of Becky? Yes, we do. We believe that she will, especially now that it's confirmed that she's got the title and she's got a multi-year contract now. I do think that she's going to be the one. I think that's the move.
Next one says, does Drew really honestly even have a chance to beat Cody? Everyone's been hyping it up so much. I just don't see it.
Cody's not getting a 1-month reign.
I really do want Drew to dethrone Cody, just not here. It definitely isn't going to happen. Cody's absolutely going to hold that title probably into 2026. Probably.
I'm going to tell you who I think is going to be the one to dethrone Cody, and it's going to be the person that people have been alluding to for quite some time because he stares at that championship all the time when they're around each other. Yes, I think Randy Orton's going to win the WWE Championship from Cody Rhodes. I think that's the program that we might get, depending on what they do with the World Heavyweight Championship going into Mania. I also think that Sami Zayn is going to win the Royal Rumble and challenge for the World Championship. Which one, I don't know. But it's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of great talent.
There's a lot of layers and stuff going into this.
There's so much great talent in the main event scene in WWE right now that it's hard to put anything and say anything definitive, because in wrestling it can change in an instant. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I hope we don't get a 5-match card format for these PLE shows. It seems like we aren't for now. WrestlePalooza, from what I've been told, is not going to be a 5-match card. Yeah. They want to stack their first ESPN PLE, so I don't think WrestlePalooza. And then the big shows are always more than 5 cards. The biggest PLEs are always more than 5 cards. So, and the international PLEs, they like to do more than 5. So I think Triple H might be understanding that we can do 6 or 7. Yeah,
6, 7 is a sweet spot.
All right, you're a legend for all your work. Thanks, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you guys, because without you, I don't get my work. I'm gonna be honest. Without you guys, I don't get any news. I started as a fan just like all of you, and my positivity is the reason I got into the business. I'm gonna be straightforward with y'all. That is how I started getting news. Somebody was like, "Oh, this guy loves professional wrestling, and he's very positive, very forward with everything." And they started feeding me rundowns. That's how I got started. I would get rundowns of the show, and they're like, "Hey, here's what's happening tonight. You could post it." As you remember, I would post the rundowns every single week.
Yeah.
So, Cam, that's going into your question. How long did it take for you to get your reliable source in WWE? I wasn't looking for sources. Like I said, I started out as somebody on Twitter that just was talking about wrestling all the time. And after I lost my job last year, I dove into the IWC and didn't look back. And that's how I got it. And now I've made so many great friends and so many great connections within the wrestling community, in different companies, different wrestlers. So it's been a blessing, and I'm so grateful and appreciative for all of you. I've seen it all the time on X when this Alexa Charlotte program. Alexa will be the one to turn heel. I think Alexa Bliss is going to be the one, because Charlotte's getting sympathy as a babyface finally.
They just have to do it in a way that because it's kind of like Cena 10 years ago, 15 years ago. It's fun to boo Charlotte, right? You love to boo Charlotte. That's just the thing. So if they're going to have Alexa turn heel, which I feel like is the right person to turn heel, they have to have their friendship be so pure and so likable and so lovable that Alexa ripping it away, kind of like the Festival of Friendship with Kevin Owens and Mr. Y2J, Corey's favorite. It has to be something that it has to be something that is so, sickening and evil that you can't help but to boo Alexa and in return cheer Charlotte. So hopefully
Yeah,
it is Alexa that turns,
yeah.
and hopefully she does get booed.
Have you heard any matches getting added to WrestlePalooza? In terms of what has already been announced and what has been rumored so far, no, I haven't heard anything. But I can tell you from the Wrestling Observer, where Dave said the match might be on ice. Cody Rhodes is advertised for the show, so I think Cody Rhodes is still defending the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre at WrestlePalooza. Let's see. Watch Peacemaker is such a good show. I watched episode 1. I need to catch up on the next 2.
Episode 1 of what? Season 2?
Season 2, yeah. I need to watch the next 2 episodes.
I'm about to watch episode 1 of season 1. I have not watched it, so I just watched the
Brother,
Suicide Squad last week.
Peacemaker season 1 is fucking outstanding.
I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it.
John Cena is such a natural. Oh my goodness, such a natural. His comedic side, brother. So
really?
Good, so good. Outside of Dave Bautista, I think John Cena is the best wrestler turned actor. I think Dwayne is in the back of the line. Dwayne's in the back of the line. His roles have all pretty much been the same. Everything that he's done in Hollywood, when it comes, but the smashing. I think it all turns around now because reviews that this is.
Yep.
Oh, I think Dwayne is in Hollywood for forever now.
Yep.
Alexa Charlotte team has mileage. Yep, it does. It does. Sean, what show will AJ Lee be on? Her husband is on Raw. She'll be on Raw. All right, let's see. Who's the best turned actor, Batista, Rock, or Cena? Jace, I just answered that. Dave Bautista, in my opinion. I think he can do everything. We got AJ Lee before GTA. We got a lot of stuff before GTA 6.
We got a lot before GTA 6, man. Oh, my days.
Corey acts like he doesn't like Chris Jericho, but in reality, he loves Chris Jericho. Fuck off.
Oh,
all right.
Brother.
Let's see. Anything else before we wrap it up? We've been on the air almost 2 hours now. We've been shooting the shit and having a good time talking all graps, AJ Lee, everything. Do I think Evolve gets a live special? Probably not. I just think they're using it as a development program down. And there's great talent in Evolve. Great talent, which is where that's what people like Kendall Gray, Callie Armstrong, all kinds of great
Mr.
talent.
Cappuccino Jones, Mr. Sam Holloway, Mr. Hardway Holloway, a bunch of amazing talent in Evolve, and I hope they continue to do good with the ID stuff. And
when Chris Jericho returns at the Rumble, Corey is going to be crying happily, saying, "I love you, Jericho."
Is that true?
I'm going to be very neutral when it comes to Chris Jericho. There's one reason. I'm going to say it on the air right now. I've never said it publicly why I dislike Chris Jericho. I'm going to say it right now. The reason I don't like Chris Jericho is because in AEW, Chris Jericho was taking the time that the younger talent deserved on the program and using it for himself for multiple years. He was inserting himself into television. I understand Tony Khan is the main man there, but Chris Jericho was being featured for multiple years there when younger talent could have been utilized. And the talent that he had in his groups, nothing ever came out of it.
DG.
Nothing ever came out of these damn groups. All right, let's see. Jay says, if Austin does have one final match, where do you think it'll be? Vegas, WrestleMania. He ain't traveling nowhere. Who do you think from Evolve makes the transition to NXT? Callie Armstrong is going to be close. WWE, Sean Ross Sapp reported a while back that WWE views her as a potential future main eventer at WrestleMania. They do. Kendall Gray is already in the process of making the transition to NXT TV weekly. She's next up, so I'm 100%. I'm ready for that. Are all the people on LFG already signed? Yes. LFG is just for them to get a TV contract to be on NXT weekly. I want to see Marcus Mathers make it.
Amazing
Incredible talent.
Yeah,
Incredible talent.
Great.
Incredible talent. Y2J, Y2 him. No. Who do you think dethrones Mercedes and Tony Storm? All right. So the Tony Storm part, I think Mercedes dethrones Tony Storm.
Yeah.
I think Mercedes' downfall
But I don't think.
And she loses all her championships, and then she takes the title from
And then
Tony
she
Storm.
does it. Yep.
Who dethrones Mercedes is the question. I would love to see Chris Statlander be the one to dethrone Mercedes. Willow Nightingale, one of them deserves the opportunity to dethrone Mercedes for that title. Although Chris Statlander has already held that championship, I think one of them winning that championship over Mercedes would do wonders for them. There's so many incredible women talent in that company too. They've been getting a spotlight, although they're all intertwined with each other. Nonetheless, they're very intertwined, and every single week we get an all-star tag with all of them. But I'm really enjoying. I'm really enjoying what's going on with the women's division over there as well. Predict his opponent. I don't think I can do that. I don't know who the hell could face him right now. I know Charlotte and Alexa are doing pretty well. I'm enjoying what they're doing. At some point, I do want to see Alexa and the Wyatts. I think we're going to get it sometime. That was the initial plan, and then they went away from it. They were teasing it on TV for quite some time. She was talking to herself, talking to Lily. They were creeping on her. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think we're going to end up, especially with spoiler for the Halloween Horror Nights house. She is involved in it. They have her character in the Halloween Horror Nights house for the Y6. So I think at some point we will get Alexa Bliss again with them. Zeta Steele is a damn good talent. I think Zeta Steele needs to be signed to an official contract soon. I think she needs to be signed to an official contract soon, not just a WWE ID program one. This Melo push should deliver by having him win the U.S. title. I guarantee it's going to. It's going to. Who dethrones Athena? I think Billy has to.
Billy? Yeah.
I think Billy has to.
Like, what,
at this point, you're going to have to pull the trigger on Billy.
Yeah.
They've done the match multiple times, but at this point, with Athena hitting 1,000 days today, congratulations to her, by the way, 1,000 days of Athena. I think Billy Stark still needs to be the one that dethrones her. Statlander should dethrone Mercedes. I think so. Did WWE have interest in MJF? Of course they did. Of course they did. Not as much as was being led to be, but yeah, they had some interest in him. How long are the Wyatts holding the title? My personal opinion is they're going to drop him after Halloween. They're going to drop him sometime after Halloween when they're done with the collaboration with Universal Studios. Is WWE ever going to hold a PLE in Asia, Africa, Antarctica? Antarctica, no.
Asia, 100%.
Asia, 100%. I think they're going to do one in Japan. I think Japan over there.
Aren't they doing a Japan tour in like a month or two? In October?
Yeah, right after the Australia. After the Australia shows.
Yeah.
But Africa, I would never say never. I'd never say never. They've done some live tour events over there. I would never say never. They're looking to do a lot of international stuff, so never say never when it comes to that. Sean, does Melo turn face? Yes. Yes, WWE wants him as a baby face. Probably for a while for the Wyatts hold the titles. I think their next title defense is against Fraxium. We'll see. All right, guys. We've hit 2 hours now. We've had a good time. A lot of great talks with you guys. Appreciate you guys the whole time being in here talking to us. 1,686 of you in here with us right now. Appreciate you. It's been a great night. Shout out to AJ Lee. We're so happy to have you back in professional wrestling. It's been so long. This new generation is going to see what it was like to be the one that was running the Divas division without being a diva. So get ready for a lot of Black Widows to be applied.
Yeah.
But on
Shining
that note,
Wizards.
Yeah. On that note, appreciate you guys. Go ahead and subscribe to the Patreon if you will. That's where I'll be providing a lot of the news. The team will be providing the news. Appreciate you guys as always. You know who I am, obviously. You can follow me on socials, Corey_Hayes407. And then this is my guy, the Wrestle Prince over here. Go ahead and give him some follows. Like I said, we're gonna get you starting to do some more content with us, brother. So
it's gonna be beautiful. Amazing work.
I'm ready for it. Thank you guys for being here with us for the last 2 hours. We love you. We appreciate you. And I hope you guys have a great wherever you're at, whether it's the end of your Friday night, it's Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. I hope you guys have a blessed one. Talk soon. Much love. Peace.
Have an amazing night.